Chris and Tony Ashinger. Okay. Gary?
I'm up.
Yep.
I assume everybody is familiar with the letter that I received. Would that be correct?
That would be incorrect.
Huh?
That would be incorrect.
Would be incorrect?
Please read it. You could face the camera.
I didn't think we wanted detailed minutes. This is from the mayor, Steve Rubier, May 27, 2010. Dear Terry, I am writing this letter to inform you that the city of Wall Lake has noted that the property that you own at 402 West 1st Street needs to be painted or cited. Please contact me within 2 weeks of receiving this letter at the number below, or stop into the city office so we can discuss this issue further. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Sincerely, Marlene Anderson. I thought this came from my wife. You know,
Oh, man. You can get a copy of that, please.
I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself, and hopefully I won't be more than 10 minutes. My name is Terry Gertis. I've lived in this area almost all of my life. I was away for a short period of time. I went off to college and lived in Montana and Utah for a while. Came back to take care of my parents, lived in the country between Lakeview and Wall Lake, but have always considered myself a resident of Wall Lake. Bought my parents' house, and I think it's been about 10 years ago, or maybe not quite that long. I am a self-employed carpenter. There's actually a couple of things I'd like to address tonight, I guess. But, I'm a self-employed carpenter, and so I rely upon other people to employ me. I always get this knot in my stomach in the fall because I know that work is going to begin to thin down. You never know what work is coming in. It's not always the same thing. So going into the winter, I try to pay my utilities a little bit more than what's being asked. And it seems that before the end of spring and work has been generated, I'm a little short of cash. So it bugs me a little bit that I get a posting on the window of my door that I need to pay my bill. I feel like that's an intimidating thing. I'm not going to run out on the city of Wall Lake and not pay my bills. You know, life is full of stress, whether it's somebody in your family's got cancer, you don't have work, whatever it might be. That kind of thing just kind of adds to it when I come home. Last fall, we had the hail damage. I had started putting siding on my house. Because of the hail damage, I ended up helping other people getting their house in order. So I never gave any attention to my house at all last year. I was even working some Sundays. I'm a Christian, and that's not something that I was born to be. That was a decision that I made when I was a junior in high school. That was where my faith got from my head to my heart, and that's the thing that impacts me. It's where Christ transforms a person's life. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I've never done drugs, but yet I pick up cigarette butts and cans off my yard. When I go out to the landfill out west of town, I only take the garbage off my lawn. I don't dump plastic, TVs, sofas, or any of that kind of stuff. 2 weeks ago, there was a golf bag out there. I don't golf, it wasn't mine. I think the city, you know, you guys are to be commended. I don't know who wants to be on the city council or who wants to be mayor. Hopefully you are not serving yourself, but you're here to serve the people of the community. And hopefully you're not here with an agenda of your own. I see the public as, or the people in elected office, or as serving the public. You're to be servants. And more than anything, public relations is an equal part of that, as well as administration of city policy. And so I think when you cross the line and you ask me to do something, I already know that I need to do that. It bugs me that it's not done. My intent is not to leave it that way. I intend to tear that old part of that house down. My problem is time and trying to address that. I look around town and I see a lot of other things that can need attention too. Dockie's bus does not bother me. I think it's more important to be a neighbor than it is to make an enemy. I'd rather have a Doc as a friend than to complain to someone else about the position of his bus. I think that's his business. And I don't have to drive very far. Just within the walking distance of my house, I see other problems. I talked to 2 other people who may have gotten a letter. They didn't get a letter like mine. But yet, there's problems. I see the city building down here. It looks like it needs shingles. But I don't come down here and complain about that. So I don't think that is something the city should be doing. I think that's going too far.
Okay. Council like to address there?
I guess I'd like to thank you for coming and voicing your opinion. There was another letter that was received about Quonset west of town that said, we responded, sex is good, 91 or whatever the hell it said. And they were unable to paint over it because the first coat of stuff went in the metal, and they got a letter. And they're, people disturbed about it. I think we're just trying.
You don't want to make people bitter, and that's what it ends up becoming. It becomes uninviting. You poke a hibernating bear long enough, somebody's going to get mauled. I'm not an activist, but I could become one. And I don't know if that's why some of you are on the council. If you've had problems in the past and wanted to make corrections, and that's why you're here now. I don't know why you want to be here. It's not a threat. It's just how I feel about getting something like this. It's discouraging.
When you were invited to come in, did you come in and talk, or did you wait to come in?
I called Steve that weekend.
Memorial Day at work.
It said mayor, so I assumed it was from him.
No, it's from the actual city council.
All right.
You'll see it's just got my name on its letterhead.
So went to the top.
I mean, sometimes, to me, I see these letters as going out and then to make contact with you to get a response from you to see what your plans are. I do see that. And because there are times that we need to find out, a good example is the Zygmunt house up there. There was empty, and the utilities all shut off since 2003. We finally had to take action there to get something accomplished. We don't like to go that far, but we do like to at least ask questions. I guess maybe, I don't know.
You know me well enough. I would rather you came and talked to me personally than doing something like this. If you're going to want something done, be brave enough to come and talk to me. I'm non-threatening.
Sure. And I'm not saying that the city council is coming to you saying, hey, you got to get this done. What we're saying is we just want to find out what's going on. I think is, to me, the way these letters are going out, we want to find out what are your plans. Because we've had some things in the past where we've had some snow removal issues where people have got their cars towed and those kind of things. There's no contact in between, back and forth. It just happened. And to me, both sides needed to come together and find out what's going on. Again, I appreciate you coming in. I don't know that we need to do this, that it needs to be done right here, right now. But I'm glad you did come in. If you're wanting to explain it to all of us, but I think that we have a city clerk in place that we could make contact with first, just to do some discussion with to see what your plans are. And you and our city clerk had the same discussion you gave us. I'm sure we would have been satisfied with that.
Marlene and I don't have a good history, so it's like an inheritance for me.
When have you and I not had a problem?
Oh, we started with the library. Job. So just kind of a feeling there.
Okay.